Hello, this is our washing machine. It's an Indesit 127, a WIE 127. And what happened while it was in its wash cycle, in this window here, when it's switched on, it all illuminates up. And in this window here came an F11 error code. So I went online and found out what an F11 error code is, and it's to do with the emptying cycle on the pump. So what I did, I came down here and checked inside there. There's the washing machine pump inside there, and sometimes things get stuck inside there. So I opened it up, checked it, there was nothing stuck. So what it was telling me is the washing machine wasn't emptying. So what I did, I went and bought a new pump. Now this is the old pump, as you can see. There's the impeller blade inside there. Now what I did, I installed a new pump, and we got the same code coming up. After about 3 minutes of the wash cycle, again the F11 came up. So what I did then, to check this pump out, I wired a little loom up, a mini loom that goes into the electric over there, to test this pump. So I'm going to switch it on. Hang on. You can see the impeller blades inside. You can hear it working, you can see the impeller blades moving. Okay, so what I did then, I thought, well, what else could the fault be? So I traced this loom back from there to the back of the washing machine, and you can see the pump inside up there. That's the pump. This here, don't know whether you can see that properly, but anyway, that's the pump in the back there. So when I trace the wiring back, these are the two wires here that come from the pump into the board, and this is a PCB. So this is actually the two wires here, these two that go to the pump. So what I did then is I had the board off, and then, as you can see, the corresponding wires, which are these two, it's burnt out on the board there, that black. So that means the board isn't operating properly. So what I did then is I had a look inside the connector block, and you can see in there that that's burnt out as well. So what I did then, I separated the block from the loom for try and replace the block. So I went and saw a fella that's got a washing machine repair place down in Fenton. He actually cut another loom off the machine for me and gave me the entire loom. So I've unplugged it from this end, which goes to the washing machine. I'm not sure where it goes. Oh, it goes to the motor. So this goes to the motor, that goes to the pump at the other end, and this comes down to the PCB board. So I bought a new board, it cost me £58 offline. Now these boards have to be reprogrammed. You can't just plug any old board in. Even if it's the right board, it has to be programmed. So I got the new board, I got the new loom, I've put it all together, and I'm going to plug it in now for a test wash. So if you just bear with me, because it's a bit awkward, I'm one-handed here. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in. I'll leave that down now. I'm leaving it open at the back because I'm going to give it a test run. I've put this bubble wrap here to save these wires chafing against the back of the machine. So there's the other end of the loom there, it comes into this board here. So that's the new loom that the fella gave me. This end goes, these wires here go down there back to the pump in the back. So now let's switch him on and see what happens. I've put detergent and fabric conditioner in, and I've put a wash in as well. So let's switch it on. Now it's on a number 10 cycle, which is a 30-minute wash there. So what was happening after 27 minutes or so, the F11 code came on here. So let's try him and see what happens. That's the door lock. There's the water going in. Hopefully, fingers crossed, here we go. Bingo. Okay, I'll just stop here a few minutes to make sure that this is working properly. Because, same as I said, what happens is the code number comes up in the window here, F11, and that signifies that the pump isn't pumping water out. So, as you can see, it's gone down to 29 minutes. So, the last time I tried it, when I put the first pump, the new pump on it, it went to 27 minutes and then it just stopped working, and then the F11 code came up again. And as I say, I've left it all open so that if it doesn't work properly, at least I can get into it all and have another look inside and see what is happening. But I think we might have cracked it because that new PCB board down there is doing the trick, I think. Right, as you can see, we're now on 28 minutes of the cycle of 30, so that counts itself down to 0 and then end cycle. So I just want to see if it goes to 27 without stopping, and then I think I've cracked it. See how washing machines work? The water pressure that's inside here comes up a tube, that little black tube down there, that black tube, this one here, this black tube, and it comes to a pressure valve which is there. And that sends signals down to the motherboard around the back, or the PCB around the back, to do its whatever it's got to do, like it's sending signals over here to put some more water in, because it goes off water pressure inside. Okay, now we're on 27 minutes, so this is where it actually cut out the first time. So fingers crossed, I think we've cracked it. I'll come back to you, I'll give it half an hour, well it's only an half an hour cycle, so I'll give it 20 minutes and I'll come back to it. Okay, I'm back, it's just over halfway through each cycle, as you can see there, we're down to 14 minutes, it's just spinning itself now, so I want to check, see if the pump's working. Okay, so it must have emptied itself because it's filling itself back up again, because there's now water coming in through the solenoid at the back here. You can feel it coming through the hose. This is the hose that goes in the back there. This is the filling hose from the solenoid, from the mains to the solenoid. So it's filling itself in through here. Water's coming in through here, into there, through, down into the tub itself. So yeah, the pump is working, the board's working, everything's working fine. There you go, halfway through the cycle. Job's a good one. Right, I'm back again. We're now approaching 3 minutes to the end of the cycle. The machine's working fine, it's now starting to spin. So I'm expecting the water to come out of the back of the machine through the hose at the back, which will signify that the pump's working. In fact, I can feel it in there now. So yeah, it's pumping it out. I can't hear the pump, mind you, but I can feel the water there in the pipe flowing. So yeah, everything's working. The board working fine. Wiring's working fine. Machine's working fine. Well impressed with myself. Job's a good one. So now you know what to do if you get an F11 code coming up. It's either going to be the pump or the wiring from the pump to the PCB board at the back of the machine. So I would suggest that you test the pump first, see if the pump's working. If it doesn't work, then have a little look at the PCB board at the back of the machine. And there you have it. Machine's working fine. I just want to get to the end of its cycle so that I can make sure everything's okay. I'm pretty certain by now anyway. It's never got this far before. It didn't get this far before. Come up end of cycle now, it just says end in that little box there. It'll come up in here, it'll just say end in there. Oh, you can hear the pump working. Yeah, I can just hear it going boom, 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 boom. There you go. It says end, so that's it. Job's a good one. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it's been helpful for you, because if you have the same problem, it might be of use to you. Bye.